All right, so I'm gonna go over all the homework question. I need you guys to really pay attention to what's going on. But there's some question. There is a lot of like concept that is not correct. So uh um this is my first question. So first question, what I did is now I would do a derivative that's gonna give you 2 sine of x cosine of x f prime of x equal to I would change it to sine 2x because that's I don't want to I want to avoid product rule. I don't want to deal with sine x cosine of x even though the answer is going to be exactly the same. I would like to avoid the product rule. So I changed the 2 sine of x cosine of x to sine of 2x, and then I'll take a derivative of that will be 2 cosine of 2x, and then 2 cosine of 2x is equal to 0, cosine of 2x equal to 0. And then you'll figure out 2x equal to pi over 2, 2x equal to 3 pi over 2, and x equal to pi over 4, and x equal to 3 pi over 4. Now, you cannot do it without number line tests. You cannot just say, like, look at your homework. You don't have number line tests. You have to have a number line test to test where is positive, where is negative. Negative. Because if you don't do number line tests, how would you know that is a changing concavity? You cannot. You have to do a number line test. Doesn't mean second derivative equal to 0. That means inflection point. It does not mean that. I know more than one student that didn't do number line test. Yes. Did you get cosine square minus sine square? And you had to set cosine square equal to sine square, and you divide it by both sides by cosine square, so it'd be 10 square of x equal to 1. So 10 square of x equal to 1, 10 is going to be plus minus 1. So then you will have two answers there. And it's between 0 to 2 pi. I think that's a longer way, but yeah, I would do it more efficiently. See, Purva, difference between you and Miranda is they try the homework. You copy the homework. I don't know, copy from ChatGPT or copy from what. And I can spot it right away. I'd rather see wrong answer. I'd rather see you did wrong rather than I see the wrong answer on the test. And that's what I see. I see a wrong answer on the test. Because whatever you think do at things doesn't add up. The homework's there, but the test score is not there. But that's a difference. If you want to keep on lying to yourself like this, you're never ever going to be successful on everything. You're just going to keep on lying to yourself, says this is what my work is. And you go to temple. I go to temple too. I go to church. I go to Buddhist temple. You are Hinduism. I don't believe in lying to yourself. I just don't. I don't. I honestly don't. But if you're gonna lie through your teeth through going there, says, "Oh yeah, this might work," and the work doesn't translate, that's your problem. I hate to tell you, the people lie to you. You know, you can do this. You can always consistently to do that. It's just not fair for you, so for you, not for me. I can care less. But anyway, that's me. Don't lie to yourself. Just be honest. Says this is my work. This is my work, and I try my best. Yes. Restate that question. Say that again. Sorry, I didn't understand your question.
So after my first derivative, I used chain rule, and my second derivative was 2 cosine square x minus sine square x.
I think your chain rule is wrong, right?
No, it's like 2
So,
open.
can I see your work? I don't know where you work.
So this was my second derivative like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you did okay. You did okay. So I will show you how to do it. So you says 2 cosine square of x minus sine square of x. And
Yeah, like that.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna go. You can go
Okay.
back. I'm gonna finish it off. So cosine square of x minus sine square of x is equal to 0. Cosine square of x equal to sine square of x, right? I'll divide it by cosine square on both sides. So divide by cosine square of x, divide by cosine square of x, that's equal to 1 equal to 10 square of x. And then I'll square root both sides, then it'll be 10 of x equal to plus minus 1. And then that's how you get pi over 4 and 3 pi over 4. Now, this is the second way to do it. I think this way is a little bit harder. But again, I see how you approach it. You didn't able to finish, but I'd rather see those wrong answers than right answers because I know you work for it.
If we did that way, what would we plug in the number?
You do plug in pi over 6.
No, like for what?
Oh, what did you plug in? That's I would do 10 square of x equal to 1. I would do 10 square of x minus 1. Yeah, because that's your result, right? Same thing, yeah. And but that's why I feel like double angle is better because you approach it better. But yeah, second one, this one, please understand how many of you guys pick C? How many of you guys pick C? You did? Okay. Remember, the second derivative equal to 0 does not imply the inflection points. So you have to do a number line test. But did you one of the signs wrong or what? Did you do number line test on it? Yeah. So you need to do number line test. That's what I'm trying to say. The second derivative equal to 0 is a possible inflection points. So you cannot prove him guilty until it's guilty. So you had to prove to you that there's inflection points. This is a very, very good one. So I'm gonna go over this one in extensive. How many of you guys got a wrong answer? I got D. If you got a wrong answer, raise your hand. You got D? You got D? How many of you guys got a right answer? Raise your hand. Right answer? Wrong answer? Raise your hand. Okay. So let's figure out what's the right answer. So for me, like this one, I would do a correct number line test. And I mean, correct number test is that's something I didn't really teach you. I want you to start feeling it, but we would go over it Monday. But right now, I'm gonna go over very, very specific about how would I treat this. There is two type of number line tests can tell me anything. So this usually AP exam love to give you f prime of x. And they love to give you f prime of x because they want you to figure out what's happened to f prime of x and f double prime of x. So usually f prime of x, I would do f prime of x like this. I would draw a number line. And basically this you are looking for above or below, right? Above or below. So this is a, this is a below, this is minus, this is C, this is plus, and this is minus. And this is gonna tell me is decreasing, increasing, decreasing. However, that doesn't help me solve the problem. Point inflection need another type of number line. Now, the second number line that you are doing today is gonna be based on this. So this is a number line here, and this is double prime of x. But then you say, well, I have f prime of x. How do I find double prime? Well, double prime is a slope of f prime of x. Does that make sense? If you slope is derivative, right? Slope of f prime of x means the second derivative. Is that okay? So basically look at a slope, but you look at a slope is positive, 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 positive. All the way here is always positive. And the slope becomes 0. And the slope becomes negative. So this is a B, sorry, this is a B, this is a D, this is negative, and this is positive. So therefore it's concave up and down and up. So if you do the number line test on second derivative, but the number line test is based on slope of f prime. That was the hardest part here, slope of f prime. If you got it wrong, now does that make sense? That how do you do positive, negative, positive? Like in this case, because you're looking at the slope of something. Is that all good? Ooh, this one's a lot of work. This one a lot of work. And the reason why I like this question, this is the only question that I ever seen that using all three things, f of x, f prime of x, f double prime of x. So let you start by says point inflection. Let's find the point inflection. Well, x is equal to 1/2. Great. But that doesn't give me equation tension line. That only give you the x value. But equation tension line needed three different things. If you pay attention, that require this thing here. We just got this. We need this, and we need this. How do we get it? Get it from the derivative, plug in the original, plug in the derivative, simplify fraction -3/2, and then plug in 1/2, and then simplify to get -1/2. And in order from here to here. See, Purple, you think I want to give you a hard time. I don't. But you went from this step to this step in no work at all. No work. Things doesn't add up. No work. Yes.
Why'd you plug in like
I plug in half because I want an equation tangent line at a point of inflections. So tangent line is y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. And you can plug in 1/2 to find, because we need to find slope, so we need to plug in 1/2 into the prime. And we need to plug in 1/2 into original function to find the y value. And once you get to this part, then you got this, but it's not done yet. Unfortunately, they did this question, they want a standard form. So this is required that much work. Because you cannot get, everything is kind of close to each other. This question is written really, really well. It actually tests you a lot of algebra skill. The equation tangent line, able to deal with fractions, able to plug in, depends on derivative or second derivative or the original function. Even equation of tangent line, they give you in standard form. So it has algebra 1, algebra 2, calc 1, calc 1. It has 3 courses combined into one questions. Very, very good questions. Oh, I like this one. Okay, we want to find out is decreasing in increasing in concave up, right? This is question 5. Now this increasing concave up, if you pay attention, from this region to this region is increasing because it says, hey, they want f prime of x equal to increasing, so that means it's gonna go up. And they also say f double prime of x is greater than 0. That means concave up. And concave up is this to this. So there's only one overlap region is increasing concave up at the same time. So the answer has to be B to C. So the answer has to be E. Now I'm gonna ask you to know this, everybody, is when I ask you justification, so I'm gonna rewrite this to make sure that you guys understand. On AP exam, not only you had to be able to do math. Now, after you do the math, you want to get as many continuous points. So I will say this, inflection points, and you want to write it down here on your notes. And if you want a justification, justification is inflection point. That is, you want to justify inflection point, you're gonna say it's f double prime of x change from positive to negative or negative to positive. Well, it depends if they change it positive or negative. So you have to look at a number line, right? And then you can say it's at C, therefore C comma f of C is inflection points. Where it depends, are they changing to positive to negative? So if I want a justification, if the AP exam asks you to justify, please write out this sentence. This is how you get easy points. Because once you did number line part is a hard part, this is actually easy points. If you ever wanted to justification for relative, maximum, and minimum, you're gonna justify by doing says f prime of x change from positive to negative at C, f C comma f of C is relative max. Vice versa, from negative to positive at C then is equal to relative min. Now, if it's an absolute max and absolute min, you're gonna do a table. Table with endpoints, because you don't need to write sentences here, and the critical number. So justification, make sure those three type, especially for this part, you're gonna justify in such a way so you can get an easy point after you do the hard part. So if once you get to a hard part, the number line, you gotta write it like that. So make sure you write down on the notes. This particular question is f of x is above x-axis. F prime of x is decreasing because it's going down. F double prime is x is positive because if I draw a tangent line, this concave up or a smiley face. So the answer is B. Now, for 7, please do number line test one on top of another one. So that way you can judge like which region. So for example, this region is they both negative. But the other region, you can be positive, negative, and you got negative, positive. So the only region is, it makes sense, B. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the answer for the other one, so that way you can see. And that's the work. Because the A is f prime of x equal to x plus 1 square x minus 2, you had to take another derivative to get concavity. I think this is the one that I think Winston was helping Caden. Right? Is that the one? Okay. Does that make sense, Caden? Yeah, you gotta factor out x minus 1. And for this question, yeah, you want to do power rule rather than product rule, and the second derivative. Any questions here? Today's kind of depressing. Any questions? Okay, so for let me see if I can find the other answers. This answer for the other one. This is a lot of work because second derivative is kind of pain in the butt. This is what you get. Did anybody got through all that? It's very difficult. You did that? All right, nice job. This is this question number 10.
Well, 1 and -1 still be inflection points if they are undefined.
Great question. Is -1 undefined? +1 is undefined? No, they will not be in point of fraction. Yep. There was no point.
Inflection 0, 0.
Yeah, no, because the answer sheet here says -1 and 1, but it's not. It's only 0. So the teacher did it wrong. Not me. I didn't do it. I don't have this handwriting. Very easy to prove that's not me. Very easy to do. No, I found some of her answer keys wrong. This is another question. Is that okay? This is the last one. Oh, this is paying too. What? 11 is this one. 0. All right, you can start with today's homework.